I know.
Oh god.
Oh god, delete that picture.
That was not live.
Hey, enjoy the yoga class.
I don't know why it's having issues starting a live
I guess I need to
video.
wear makeup less. Yeah.
Are you going to start the video for Instagram?
Facebook.
Yeah. Sorry, I did Instagram
Is
this
this one
morning.
going?
I think so, yeah. I'm trying to get Instagram
Yeah,
going.
5 for 40 seconds.
Having issues.
The CPN one wasn't working. And you need the dribble one.
What's the password?
701 Bruiser all over time exclamation.
Wait.
Cool.
For some reason, all the CPN has been working.
Sounds like there's a mouse.
What's our fourth? This is our fourth time doing this, right?
Like our fifth now.
This is fifth?
I think so.
I thought that was the fourth Monday we've been here.
No, because we.
So we had two before it in here, and then we had the one outside, right?
I think we may have done 3 in here. 1 outside. I don't really know.
Anyway, I'm just going to start it. Ready?
Yeah, this one isn't working.
I'm just going to put the date in. 4/27.
Sorry guys, give me 1 second.
I'll start it.
Yeah.
I could use a different
Do
thing.
you want me to actually do this thing, or do you want me to check social medias? Are we going to stand?
Have you and Jeff social medias?
And we can do this Instagram.
Is it not working? No, it's not working.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
How do you post a
Just like a
video
minute.
Or
Excuse me?
how do you do video on Instagram?
You have to go to your store. Okay, you hit the bottom. Where's the button for it? There's a button that shows your driven.
Oh, we're in Driven. We're in Driven. Yeah.
You need to start a live.
What is going on? Are you signed into it?
Looks like it. I gotta get that part.
Yeah. This is an iPhone. Yeah, no, this is so you're suddenly signing out. You have to log in. What is it about?
Oh, you logged in. Okay.
Okay, hold on. We're almost there. Okay. Here we go. Hey guys, starting a little late. Lovely. What's that?
Where's that going to go?
I don't know.
This looks a little bit low.
Which one?
Should I put this one up a little bit? I'll stop for a second.
Hi guys, so my name's Karen.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
gonna be doing your mindfulness today. We're gonna really relax and breathe
So
through the
annoying.
anxiety.
It's so annoying.
I was just entertaining the people, Karen.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, we can switch to the answer. Is it working on that one?
It is working on this one. Yeah, so that works. There we go. Hi guys. Wonderful. Caleb says, "Oh my God, Leon is a hottie." All right, guys. So, just starting a little late here.
You have the start button on this one?
Yeah, go ahead. No big deal. A little bit. Strange. Ooh. All right.
Okay, straight. Good, get straight.
Hi guys. So, thank you for tuning in. Had a bit of a slow start there.
Are you frozen, Anthony?
Love to get some movement going on today. Feeling a little tight. So, yes. Maybe we can just close this door real quick.
I don't know.
Okay. Alright, cool. So before we get started, for those of you that are just joining us and haven't, practiced with us before, we usually start out with a little communication, a little learning, a little, chit chat, I suppose, or sharing of information. So what we've learned already in the past has been different breathing techniques. And I think I'm going to recap them just in case someone is just joining us for the first time and doesn't really know what I'm talking about. So the first one we learned is the 4x4 breath. That's where you take a deep breath in for 4 seconds, and then you hold it for 4 seconds, and then you let go 4 seconds, and then hold that for 4 seconds. So that's a great breath that'll bring you back into the room, bring you back into your body, and help you get centered and grounded where you are. And then after that, we learned the 4-7-8 breath. That one is where you inhale for 4 seconds, you hold for 7 seconds, and then you exhale for 8 seconds. And that one is a little bit more involved because it's not so natural flowy, but it does get easier the more you do it. However, if you are understimulated already, if you don't really need to settle down as much, then the breath might calm you down a little too much. So that's where the bellows breath can be helpful for anybody who is having issues with their blood pressure staying regulated, staying up, or if it's under the normal, or if you just have lightheadedness or dizziness often. The bellows breath is really good for that. That's the one where you focus on the exhale, and rather than inhaling for any amount of time, you're mostly focusing on the exhale, and it's more like. And it can start with the nose, just the nose, or both the nose and the mouth. It can start with no sound at all and then turn into sound. Basically, you find what works for you, and then the more you practice it, the more you are practicing intentional diaphragmatic breathing, deep breathing. And so today we're going to talk a little bit, in terms of that breathing, we're going to talk a little bit about pelvic floor health, which is relevant to men and women, so it's not just a female thing. The pelvic floor is like a basket it's like a basket of muscles that sits at the bottom of your pelvis. You could imagine like the skeleton image with the hips and the pelvis. In there, round-looking thing, that is lined with muscles called your pelvic floor. And that is incorporated, it's part of your core. It's also part of your breathing mechanism. And that's why I'm talking about it today. It's also involved with any sexual function or any urinary and bowel function. And if you have any pelvic pain, that's where you might want to check it out. So the thing is that when we breathe with our diaphragm, when we breathe intentionally, we actually use that, and we also use the diaphragm. I'm sure you've heard that before as well. But you actually use both. So when you take a deep breath in, sorry guys. When you take a deep breath in, your diaphragm will contract, and because of that, you need more space. It's like a vacuum in there, so the air doesn't just disappear if one muscle adds pressure. So because of that, it's going to cause your pelvic floor to relax. And it's the opposite when you exhale. Diaphragm relaxes, a pelvic floor kind of tightens up a little more. So it looks kind of like this. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. The reason why that's so important for your breathing, the reason why breathing is so important for pelvic health is because when you're doing that intentionally and you're doing it rhythmically and on purpose with your breathing, you are allowing the muscles that need to strengthen, you give them the opportunity to strengthen, and then you give the muscles that need to relax the opportunity to relax. So you're regulating your pelvic floor, which is really helpful for deep breathing. One thing. Second thing, blood pressure. Second thing, or third thing, would be circulation. If you're using those muscles and here, you are massaging them in a sense, the organs, and of course the blood vessels. So you're causing more circulation and increased function in organs. So that's why the deep breathing is so important. And that's why we're doing it on Monday. Yeah. So, yeah. So chair yoga, yeah, let's get into it if you guys are ready. And like you guys know already, power of choice, your way, your yoga. So whatever you want to do for the day, that's what you do. If you want to just take breaths and have that be your yoga, that's perfect. Totally acceptable. Right on. Also remember that the body follows the mind, so anything that you tell it, it believes. So when we do our I ams, really say it to yourself and really believe them and all that good stuff. And be, do, or imagine is the last thing I want to say. If you can't be, or do the movement, please at the very least imagine the movement, because visualization is very impactful and powerful, and it'll help create neurons and pathways, even if you're not doing the movement alone. So there's that. Also, if the mind chatters, pecking thoughts, or chattering of the mind, just either follow my voice, or if that's then try to just follow the movement, or at the very least just follow your own breath if everything is seeming a little too annoying or too much. At least follow your breath and ask yourself,